How you doing, folks? This is Fuse New 97 with more leaks and rumors from Biohazard Declassified on Resident Evil 8 or Village, including a new playtest with a new location, character, and enemies. So, as you can see, as I say here, as we move into the second half of August, we can expect more information from Capcom and Resident Evil Village at any moment. Till then, only possibly previously unmentioned version of Ambassador playlist that features new location, new M-type character. So this person claims to have been involved in playtests that occurred before Resident Evil 3 remake. As that's the game they thought they would be testing. One of the demo booted up, it came quickly apparent that they were not revisiting Raccoon City, but an entire new location. As with the other playtest rumors, it appears that Resident Evil Village is also being tested on PS4 Pro. So that's strange when they say it'll be on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Right. So new players breakdown, new character and location. According to our source, this test started in a very dark cave similar to Resident Evil's caves of Resident Evil 7. And they were controlling a female character with kerosene lantern. We are assuming this is the same younger female that has been seen in Resident Evil Village reveal trailer, as she is carrying a lantern. In this segment, the woman carried no weapons of any type, and the objective was to escape the caves. Our source also indicated that they were under the impression that she was very distressed and looking for something. They also heavily reiterated the fact that the caves being dark and they have a representative help them adjust the brightness several times. New enemies in the caves. It seems that there were a new enemy type that is different from the Beastmen in the cabin standoff demo we last reported on. These new enemies were tall with goat horns, furry and bipedal, which was interesting as a lone goat is also shown in the Resident Evil reveal trailer. These new carried swords and also had the ability to grab and bite the player as well. Our source compared the look of the enemies to Krampus, an evil creature that punishes children at Christmas. While hiding in the caves, from source says they came across a file that called these new creatures Strigoi. I don't know if that was correctly or what. Which interestingly have a base in Romanian folklore, which is fitting to the I can't even pronounce the word we've seen thus far with Resident Evil Village. The apparent was another one of these witches in the caves that seemed to control the Strigoi, or going by the name Scarlett or Scarlett's description. Scarlett's description seems to be mostly matched with the witches we've seen in the demo and previously described as part of the boss fight in separate playlists. The witch again seemed to laugh a lot like the other, sported a tattoo on her forehead and had the ability to control insects to use against the player, and also emit a purple smoke through, though we did not know to what effect. So it has to be one of these ones here then. Because see the tattoo in that one, you can just barely see the tattoo in that one. In that one you can just see it just there. So maybe one of those three. The objective, as the playable character had no usable weapons in the playtest, the only objective was to hide and use the environment to escape Scarlett and the Strigoi, as there were no way to kill him. All in all, this segment seems very reminiscent of Ashley's section in Resident Evil 4, which I hated, as lanterns also played a part here as well. Only instead of throwing them at the enemies, you had to use the light to warn them off. I hated that Ashley segment in Resident Evil 4. Absolutely hated it. It would appear, based on our source's description of the caves, you needed to sneak around to various locations along the scenes, find lanterns on the wall that you can use to keep the enemies away from you at bay. It would seem that they have sensitivity to light. However, the task isn't as easy as it seems. If Scarlett spots you, she calls on the sticker to attack you and force you to evade and hide until she loses sight of you. Our source recalls dying several times during this section. So the playtest conclusion. Our source reported that once you managed to reach the end of the cave, you were able to escape via a trapdoor that takes you to the room into the castle. This room appears to be someone's living quarters, as you mentioned. That upon examination, they able to find a file in the room and mentioned a woman's name, Pepe, Pepe resided there. However, this character was not seen in the playtest, but the file described her as being tired and under duress from having to take out and carry orders from someone she didn't want to take orders from. Well, this is pretty speculation on my part. If this is true, I believe she'll turn out to be a sickly elderly woman that was seen in the trailer in the hallway. Upon exiting the room, the thank you for playing message. So they did go on to mention Resident Evil Village played very smoothly PlayStation 4, that they tested, and there was no visible loosened FPS and the movement was very fluid. Our source also noted that people around them did in fact play other versions of playtest that seemed to line up with other rumours, and specifically mentioned that they saw someone playing in the castle and another person playing in the village. So there you go. That is it so far, folks. I'll see you in a video in the future. Goodbye.